All right, everyone, this is going to be the answer key video, hopefully not more than one video to the 3B study guide 2 for our test tomorrow. I'm just going to get right into it because I don't know how long this is going to take. So the first question is starting off, it's like the most difficult question on this thing, I think. So let's take a look at it. Number one says Jasmine wants to order some movies on Blu-ray. Discounted Movies has their costs displayed in the graph below. And then Movie Saver charges $10 for each Blu-ray and a one-time shipping fee of $4. So I'm going to set up Movie Saver over here. Okay. Movie Saver's over here. Let me deal with that first, and then I'll come back to the discounted movies. So it says it charges $10 for each Blu-ray. That's going to be your slope because it's going to be $10 for one, $10 more for two, $10 more for three. The one-time shipping fee of $4 is going to be your y-intercept. That's your starting value. It does not matter how many Blu-rays you are going to be charged with. So if we want to make an equation with this, we're going to go y equals mx plus b. And then I'm going to substitute my numbers in. So $10 for each Blu-ray plus the $4 shipping fee. All right? So for discounted movies, this is why this one's so difficult. It's because these are set up kind of very strange. What these are, kind of how this graph looks, is that these numbers up here, these are like the y coordinates. So these would be the total price. Really, you could see these as ordered pairs. So like this would be the ordered pair 335. This would be the ordered pair 662. And this would be the ordered pair 989. Okay. When we find the slope, we find the rise over the run. The thing that we don't know is what is our y-intercept. Throughout the periods today, everybody said that the slope or the y-intercept was going to be 0, which is not true on this problem. So I'm going to show you how to find that. All right. First thing that we need to do is we need to find the slope. I would use the rise and the run. The thing with the rise and the run on this particular problem, though, is we're not going up like 1, 2, 3. Notice that these are being counted by 10. What we're doing is we are going from this y value to this y value. So that difference is going to be, I'm going to take 62 minus 35, and I'm going to get a rise of 27. Okay? So that actual rise is 27. I don't like that color. Let me go back to purple. That rise is 27. Now the x's, you can see down here, are being counted just by ones. So I am going to just count over, and that's going to be 3. So to find my slope, it's going to be the rise over the run. And I just found that my rise is 27, and my run is 3, giving me a slope of 9. So for this equation, it's going to start out y equals 9x. We just need to figure out what our y-intercept is. It's going to be somewhere down here. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to count backwards. Okay? And the reason that I'm going to count backwards is because this is at 3. This particular point is when x is 3. And I know that my run is 3. So what you can do is actually go left 3. And then you can go down 27. What happens there is I'm going to end up down here. So really, the math that I'm doing, let me just do that to the right because I've got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm taking this y-intercept, or this number 35, and I'm subtracting that rise of 27 here. That's what I'm doing. 35 minus 27 gets me 8. So your y-intercept down here is actually 8. And I'm going to keep that in red over here. Hopefully that kind of ties things together. I just did the reverse of the slope. That's all that I did. All right. So now we can go ahead and answer this question that we have. We're going to use these two formulas here. This is discounted movies. I'm just going to call this discounted movies. All right. So if Jasmine wants to order 11 Blu-rays, which company should they use? So what you're going to do is substitute in 11 for your X. Let me move this. Nope, not going to let me move it. Nope. Close enough. All right. So this 11 Blu-rays. Blue seems fitting. You're going to substitute that in to our equation. So for the discounted movies, it'll be y equals 9 times 11 plus 8. And then for Movie Saver, it'll be y equals 10 times 11 plus 8. Or sorry, not plus 8, plus 4. All right. So for discounted movies, I'm just going to substitute this into a calculator. It's going to be $107 for discounted movies. For Movie Saver, it's going to be $114. We want the better buy. So the better buy is going to be discounted movies. There we go. Discounted movies because $107 is less expensive than Movie Saver's $114. Next question. The solution to this is going to be where each of our lines cross. It's going by 1, so right 2 up 2. The solution to this is going to be 2, 2. That takes care of the first one. First page. Second page, compare the rate of change for Mallory and Thomas. All right, so Thomas is in the equation here. Mallory is given in the reading. So Mallory, it says, was given the equation y equals 5 over 2x minus 1. We want to know what is the greater initial value and greater rate of change. So the greater initial value is your b, that's your y-intercept. The rate of change is the slope, so that's the m. In this case, your y-intercept for Mallory is -1. Your slope is 5/2. For Thomas, what we need to find out, I need to put this into slope-intercept form. So what I'm going to do is find the change in the y's for my slope. So m is the change in the y over the change in the x. And the change in the y is going to be 3, 7, 4, less. So this is going to be a +4. And then the change in the x is +1. So 4 over 1, so your slope is 4. So Thomas's is going to be y equals 4x. And then to find his y-intercept, there's several different things you can do, but what you really need to understand is that the y-intercept is when x is 0, okay? So that one is, your y-intercept's actually listed in there. So when x is 0, y is going to be 3. So the slope then for Thomas is no, I guess we started with the y-intercept first. So the y-intercept is 3. The slope is 4. So who was given the greater initial value? Thomas. 3 is more than -1. Explain your reasoning. I mean, I don't know. 3 is greater than -1. I'm not seeing anything else about this. It just looks like it's numbers. It doesn't look like there's a word problem. There's words in the problem, but it doesn't look like it's asking about anything. So 3 is greater than -1. And then who was given the greater rate of change? Well, let's see. I mean, 5 halves. If you want to put that into something that might look a little easier, it's 2.5. So Thomas actually, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, but yeah, Thomas has a greater rate of change as well, according to what I have. The reasoning is because 4 is greater than 2.5. Okay. Next question. Function A and B are linear functions. We're looking for slopes in this problem, so I'm not going to bother with the y-intercepts. Looking for slopes. Now, those of you that got to this question today, some of you might argue and say, well, there's not a rate of change here that's constant because -8 to 13 is 21. And -2 to 5 is 7. Whereas 5 to 6 is +1. And 13 to 16 is +3. The thing is, if you look at 2 of these and you take your change in y over change in x, you're going to get 3, right? Here's what I mean. If I took these two, right, and I'll keep this to the side here, and I took, to find the slope, the change in the y values divided by the change in the x values, it's 21 over 7, which is 3. If I took these two to find the slope, same thing, change in y divided by change in x, which is 3 over 1, you're going to get the same slope of 3. All right, so it doesn't matter which ones you choose. The key here is it says that they're linear functions. You have to take it for its word, that it is, they're both linear functions, okay? For function B, your slope is 1 over 1 or just 1. It's in that slope position. So the slope in A is greater than B. Slope in A is less than, yeah, A is greater than B. A is greater than B because 3 is more than 1. So that works. I think I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to do a second video in just a second.